So I mean, I'm hearing quite a lot about how there's a strong bond between cultural and artistic ideas, if you like, and the sustenance and the religious ideas, and the main sustenance of that people need for their livelihoods. The sea, for example, and with the calabash, there are a number of different things. And then the decoration and artistic things come into those things as well. So it's a very rich overlapping of many themes in many of these objects. Would anybody else like to add something to those themes?
Okay. Growing up, I used to think that people just wear just anything. But then, like in most homes, your grandmother, your great-grandmother will sit you down in the evening and tell you stories. We call it passed down stories. And it's what we call heritage, legacies, things that pass down from generations to generations. And one of the legends that I heard from my great-grandmother, bless her soul, was that you don't just wear white because you want to wear white, but now we just wear any color. You wear white as a symbol of peace, or when you want to appease something. So in the Delta part of Nigeria, where I was born and where I grew up, for my first 30 years, you see women, when they go to worship this goddess or this god of the sea, they come back with white shells or white cowries or white beads all over their neck as a sign of purity. So that's what this signifies, or the symbol for. I think this should have been the pure. Well, it won't be pure white, but with the sea and the sand, have some coloring to it, so it's natural. Seashell. You're thanking. You say thank you, God, for the water from the sea, because it used to be irrigation, not just even rainfall or tap water. They had to bring water from the sea to the farmland and stuff like that. And when the sea level goes down, there's less crops. So for fertility and for good harvest, you want the sea to be full, and you want enough water for irrigation. And so they go to the sea to appease. And in the delta part of Nigeria, which is the coastal area, their main occupation was fishing. So they needed the sea and the water, and to appease the sea for the waves and stuff, peaceful fishing season, and for a great harvest, they had to put white beads or cowrie shells on their neck as a sign of protection. It was their beliefs, and it did work for them.
And just to add to that also, you know, there were various ceremonies. You know, they had various ceremonies to celebrate, you know, harvest times. And at such ceremonies, childless women would take the opportunity to make sacrifices. Libations will be poured on the sea. They will go to the riverside, you know, to the bank of the river, to the what you call beaches today, and and they will, you know, make, you know, recite incantations, you know, to the goddess of the sea. They will pour libation on the sea. You know, they will throw, you know, sometimes money, cowrie, money in terms of, which was cowrie shells then, you know, into the sea. All those were like, we are giving you all of this, you know, making these sacrifices so that you can bless us in return. So women who are looking for children, or, you know, one thing or the other, one form of blessing, you know, believe that by appeasing the goddess of the sea, you could become fertile and you could have children. So, you know, those were things. And during the ceremonies, they will be singing and dancing, drumming, you know, and there are usually priestesses, you know, who would bear the mantle, you know, and maybe have the wand or the staff or whatever symbol they used, you know, in worship, you know, who would be at the forefront, and the followers, the worshippers will follow. She will lead on. Usually the goddess of the sea is not a male thing, it's a female thing. And the priestesses, they were women. They were called priestesses, so they were no male, really, who would perform. So both from among the Ibes and, you know, the Benino Lokun and the Shekiru Malokun, they were all women. So it was a female, you know, deity. It was, yeah.
I just alluded to it. When the missionary came to Benin and they went to the palace, there's a place in Benin called Arosa Street. And Arosa is the church Benin king and chiefs goes to. And when they are going, they dress like the Catholic fathers. And the women, they dress on white lily. and put that bead on their neck to show that they are pure. Nothing wrong, they are very super, they are good.
Sign of purity.
Yeah, purity. To show that is what the Benin dress. Although it's used for other things, like Oromila, Olokun, as she said, that going to the Benin is wearing it to Abusa Church. That is the Oba of Benin Church in Benin. That is where the missionary first landed when they came to Benin. So they just turned it to Arosa, the Church Oba, that is the King Church. It's where the Benin's worship.